Welcome to my class of mobile computing. Today we will learn TCP/IP protocol. Since it is necessary to know the traditional TCP/IP protocol for better understanding of TCP/IP that is being used for mobile phones. This is about TCP/IP definition. TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol, which is a set of networking protocol that allows two or more computers to communicate. TCP/IP specifies how data is exchanged over the internet by providing end-to-end communication that identify how it should be broken into packets, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received at the destination. IP defines how to address and route each packet to make sure if it reaches the right destination. Each gateway computer on the network checks this IP address to determine whether to forward the message. TCP is a connection oriented and a connection between client and server is established before data can be sent. The server must be listening. It is passive and open for connection request from client before a connection is established. This is the definition of TCP/IP. Each layer in TCP/IP, it is a standard format in the network, and each layer provides with the basic information it's needed or it needs. Now the question arises, why do we need TCP/IP? Some of the applications we use require to move data across a network from point A to point B. The Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol, it provides a framework for transmitting this data, and it requires some basic information from us to move the data. It is needed to specify if we want the most reliable or fastest transmission, and we need to specify whether we want the data delivered. Sometimes our data is routed based on its IP address, and sometimes it is routed based on its MAC address. The data we send needs both addressing capabilities. This information needs to be sent along with all transmitted data. That is the need, or that is why the need for TCP/IP arises. These are the layers of TCP/IP model. TCP/IP is a standard format in the networking model. This format is provided by its 5-layer software model. Each layer provides TCP/IP with the basic information it needs to move out data across the network. These layers group functions according to the task that needs to be performed. Each function in this model is targeted to help a specific layer perform its job. These are the function of TCP/IP layer. It is a hierarchical protocol made up of interactive module. Physical layer and data link layer, then network layer. Under network layer, the following protocols are used: ICMP, IGMP, IP, ARP, RARP. In transport layer, TCP and UDP is used. In session layer, RPC is used. Actually, in application, presentation and session layer, it is a following protocol: SMTP, FTP, Telnet, DNS, SNMP, NFS, TFTP. These protocols are used in these three layers. TCP/IP model and layers. It is based on 5 layers of networking. Each layer in TCP/IP model handles a particular set of problems involving some aspect of sending data between distributed user applications, that is, applications that are running on different computers and often on different networks. The 5 layers of TCP/IP are as below: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and application layer. These are the details of the layer and the protocol used. In application layer, these protocols are used, and protocol data unit is message addressing. It is not applicable in application layer. Now in transport layer, TCP and UDP protocol is needed. Segments and datagram protocol is used, and addressing is port numbers. Third one, network or internet layer, IP protocol is used. Protocol data unit is packet, and IP addressing scheme is used. Then is data link layer, protocol Ethernet and Wi-Fi. Protocol data unit is frame, addressing MAC address is used. In the first layer or lowest is physical layer, 10 base T or 802.11 protocol is used. Protocol data unit is bits, and addressing is not applicable. TCP/IP layer macroscopic view. Each layer provides TCP with the basic information it needs to move our data access the network. Across the network, these layers group functions according to the task that needs to be performed. Every function in this model is targeted to help a specific layer perform job. Layer 1 encodes and transmits the bit. This is layer 1 and it encodes and transmits the bit. Now layer 2, 3, 4 and 5, they request connection to remote host. That is data link, network, transport and application layer, they request connection to remote host. Application layer. What is the role of application layer? Application layer is the highest abstraction layer of TCP/IP model that provides the interfaces and protocol needed by the user. It combines the functionality of the session layer, the presentation layer, and the application layer of OSI model. The functions of application layer are: it facilitates the user to use the services of the network. It is used to develop network-based application. It provides user services like user login, naming network devices, formatting messages and email, transfer of file, etc. It is also concerned with error handling and recovery of the message as a whole. This is the diagrammatic representation of application layer. File transfer, email, remote login, network management, name management is used. These are the services: file transfer, email, remote login, network management, name management. And under file transfer, FTP and TFTP and NFS protocol is used. For email, SMTP is used. For remote login, Telnet and RLogin is used. For network management, simple network management protocol is used. For name management, domain name system is used. Now we come to transport layer. Transport layer establishes the connection between application running on different level. It uses TCP for reliable connection and UDP for fast connections. It keep track of the processes running in the application above it by assigning port number to them, and uses the network layer to access the TCP network. Actually, transport layer is responsible for end-to-end communication and error-free delivery of data. It shields the upper layer application from the complexities of data. The two main protocols present in this layer are TCP and UDP. This is the diagrammatic representation. You can find that in transport layer, TCP and UDP protocol is being used. TCP is known to provide reliable and error-free communication between end system. It performs sequencing and segmentation of data, and in user data protocol doesn't provide any such feature. It is the go-to protocol if the application doesn't require reliable transport, as it is very cost effective. Now we come to network layer. Network layer is responsible for creating the packets that move across the network. It uses IP address to identify the packet source and destination. IP, it stands for Internet Protocol, and is responsible for delivering packets from source host to destination host by looking at the IP addresses in the packet headers. Then the packet is then sent to data link layer, but before sending the data link layer, we must know that under network layer, apart from IP, there are two protocols, ICMP and ARP. ICMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. It is encapsulated within IP datagram and is responsible for providing host with information about network problem. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. Its job is to find the hardware address of a host from a known IP address. This is the diagrammatic representation of network layer. Now we come to data link layer. Data link layer is responsible for creating the frames that moves across the network layer. These frames encapsulate the packet and use MAC address to identify the source and destination. Data link layer adds a header containing the MAC address information to create a frame. This layer is responsible for creating the frames. As the frame is then sent to physical layer to transmit the job. Data link layer adds a header containing the MAC address. It is important to keep this in mind. Now we come to physical layer. That is the role of physical layer. It encodes and decodes the bits found in a frame and includes the transceiver that drives and receives the signal on the network. The entire journey of flow from physical layer to application layer or vice versa for the entire transmission of data packet can be depicted and summarized. The detailed summary with the pictorial representation is shown in next slide. This is the detailed pictorial representation. Here you can find the physical layer. First let's start with application layer. In the application layer, I want to download a web page from the address 192.168 plus 1 plus 102. This is there. I want to download a web page from this address 192.168.1.102. This is the message. Now transport layer, TCP and UDP protocol is used. Source port and destination port address is there. Again, in transport layer, I want to download a web page from this address. This IP address is given. It is same as the IP address used in application layer, and it is in the form of segment and datagrams. Now we come to network layer. Source IP address and destination IP address is there. Source port, destination port, which is attached at transport level layer is there, and then message which need to be sent is there. Then data link layer, MAC, source MAC address and destination MAC address is given. Source IP address and destination IP address, source port address, destination port, and then message is there. Detailed flow summary. This is the detailed flow summary of all the layers. Application layer is the group of applications requiring network communications, like host A and host B are connected, generates the data and request connection. Both the hosts, they are generating the data and requesting the connection. Now transport layer. Transport layer establishes the connection between application on different hosts. Establishes connection with remote host. Network layer, IP. The network layer is responsible for creating the packet that move across the network. These two nodes transfer packet via virtual IP address. And then data link layer. Under data link layer, it is responsible for creating the frames that move across the network. In both the computers, they transfer frame with physical MAC address. Now physical layer. Physical layer is the transport that drives the signal of the network. Here the bits are being transmitted and it is received. So this is the detailed flow summary. Thank you for watching.